15 APM to Gold League bubbles.
APM. Gotta.
You can't build there.
Who wants some? SCV ready.
Is he playing macro? So I'm not gonna be too worried about this.
Huh? SCV ready.
He does have a cyber core.
Go, go, go.
So we're gonna build up stim, combat shields. I'm gonna scan. We're gonna see.
See, your add-on's done.
Well, Either it's a proxy. Well, you gotta think about the amount of money he has.
Sure.
Because he went for a Nexus with multiple cannons.
SCV ready.
Where did that probe? Why is that probe here? Why are you here?
Got it. Gangway.
So, he doesn't have that much money. We're gonna work on getting tanks, but it is Void Rays. We all knew those were the only options. Because of course it's Void Rays. Because it's always either Void Rays
SCV ready. Who wants some?
or DTs.
Your add-on's done.
With no exception.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Whoa. We need more energy.
We're gonna have the engineering bay. I'm just gonna get a turret so I don't have to worry about that Oracle
What's going on?
coming out.
Nope.
SCV ready.
I don't know what this Marine is looking for. Honestly, that probe is the only thing that got me to scout here. Now we go to the DTs, right?
SCV ready.
Did not expect that. Did not expect a fleet beacon.
Gangway. SCV ready.
That was a clever move.
Armed and ready.
Additional supply depots required.
So what we're gonna do, you're like, oh shit, he's making a fleet beacon. What do we do?
You need more supply depots.
We go fucking kill him. And build more depots as well.
Can't build there.
This better be good.
No handouts. Make more depots.
Now, it depends on how many cannons are up here. And I hate having to say that, but it does depend on how many cannons are up here.
Roger that.
Should not be enough cannons. He has one stock.
Add-on's done.
Little stutter step. That is a Tempest.
Add-on complete.
Tempests are not that good. He's gonna live. But I killed so many probes that you can't like follow that up and go like you can't, I'm gonna have so many Marines that eventually we walk over. I mean, I can't just let him go. Okay, you can't just let him build a bunch of Tempests or whatever the fuck he decides he wants to build. But
You can't build there.
we've done the damage now.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Research finished.
SCV ready.
Where's the
Gangway.
emergency?
Coming through. I'm on. SCV ready.
Gotta be building those SCVs. So for this next attack, I'm gonna have +1.
On my way.
This is one of the times I will actually go for the drop,
SCV ready.
because
Enough Vespian
he
gas.
just doesn't have enough
Control.
money
Only 5 gas
to
per
build the
barrel.
units
You need
to
more
kill
depots.
it before it gets
Sorry,
in,
This is a hard one.
unless I'm literally not paying any attention here. So
You got
Additional supply depot. Research
we're getting an
complete.
armory for more upgrades because I'm acknowledging there's a chance
No
he
handouts.
defends this.
Make more depots.
I've got these hotkeyed.
I
He's
heard
gonna
that.
go like,
Running out of
oh,
minerals
looks
back
like we're not
home.
going Tempest. We're gonna go like Disruptors or Colossi. He's got the entire tech tree here. Get him,
Field's been
Tempest.
mined out, but we haven't expanded. You're out of supply.
Cannon Rush didn't work. Gotta try the Void Rays. Void Rays didn't work. Let's try the oh, he's got a Templar Archives of Robo Bay. Okay, he's got essentially everything, and therefore he has nothing.
Bigger, faster, stronger, upgraded.
Get this pylon. That powers all the important stuff. Come and get me. Ignore these. Ignore these Widow Mines. They are not dangerous. Oh wait, they are dangerous.
We're running out of. You require more Vespian gas. Pull my finger.
Now this would complete the puzzle. Okay. There's no, like... Okay. How many cannons in the front? Now, there was a lot of, like, somewhat micro. So, this is way over 100 APM. Are you sure? Because it was 86. Though in his defense, he wasn't much higher than that. But since you guys were just trolling me in the Twitch chat, right? We're all GMs here. You knew that. It's okay. It's fine. Even though there are more people in the Twitch chat right now than there are potential Grandmaster slots in the whole world. I know, like, just haven't really played much this season. Everybody. It's the same guy on the same map. And now I'm Protoss. And like, I think that's just his build. Like, I think he was gonna do that no matter what race I was. So I think he's gonna do it again. Okay, I will cannon rush him. Away we go. I probably shouldn't make the... Well, actually building the forge here is fine.
Yes, yes, yes. Just as I deserve.
Yep, definitely trolling. GLHF.
So, a couple key things here. Getting this pylon, and then ideally I'm able to steal the gas. He's got a forge.
You need more minerals. In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
He's got to decide what's most important to him.
They're attacking our
He's got the long distance options here. And he was cannon rushing the shit out of me, by the way. Might I point that out. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We stole both gases. He's got another probe in my base. I've got a cannon attacking his cannon while he attacks my probe. But I already have another pylon here. And if I kill this pylon, he has nothing. Checkmate. I told you, it's his build. We knew it was his build. But did I go over? No. 54. Less than 1 per second. I mean, his name is DT, okay? Two-faced. Should do the whole thing, cannon rush. I mean, with a cannon rush, that's the point of a cannon rush, is you bring it to 1 or 2 mistakes or moves to decide the game. Like, you limit the amount of actions that can be made in general. Like, either you defend it or you don't. So, like, it doesn't take that much APM to get a cannon in the right spot. But it takes timing and accuracy.
You need more. My day with my 8 minutes at a time.
Cannon rushing is the baseball of builds, okay? It can be very exciting for a very small amount of time, a few seconds at a time, and mostly just nothing. The perfect sport to sit at home and drink beer to. I didn't tell my reason. I bet. You might be like, why don't they do things to speed up baseball? And do you know how many older people sit at home watching baseball for 4 hours? You know how many ads you can put in 4 hours? Take how many ads Loco puts on his YouTube videos and somehow, I know it's crazy, multiply it by 2. And that's how many ads. This, I might put an ad right now on the YouTube video. We might do an ad on Twitch here. Who knows? My drone is slithering through my base. I see no other way to describe what it's doing right now besides slithering. And I just now, by the way, you know Harry Potter? I just now understand, like, slithering. Don't at me. I figured it out, guys. I cracked the code.
Your forces are under attack!
High ground, please. Oh, we got distracted.
A new queen has emerged.
Well, I got 2. He started his lair, and he doesn't have a roach one, so I'm just... Depending on what build he goes, I should be in just a better spot. Because, you know what I think happened? He did the YOLO lair, which, from all the dozens of replays of you Platinum and Diamond Zerg players sending in, you end up having 100 extra gas, and are like, oh, I have all this gas. What do I do with it? Oh, I make a lair. Yeah, it costs 100 gas. That's how I spend my gas. Oh, shit. If a queen can't get out, a roach can't get out. Pro tip. So this is just a +1 roach timing. It can be killer if he just simply doesn't have as many roaches. Okay, so this, what we've learned here is this queen is dead. Will she or will she not? Okay, wait. Guys. No, I gotta. Everything's gone wrong. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong.
You're under attack. Siege up.
It is muted, right? Looks very much like Mutas. Smells like Mutas, but I'm not 100% sure it's Mutas. Because I did not see a Spire. What is wrong with your roach? He asked. I don't think roaches are noted for their abundance of intelligence. When I think of roaches, I don't think of like, oh, that's a unit that could definitely hold a conversation about the
Evolution complete.
existential crisis of existence. Like, I don't think so. I don't really feel that.
Are taking damage.
So, he does not have +1. I have +1. And I also have more roaches. Not that many more roaches is the problem. So he's doing it right here. Is the summary. If he gets +1, well, I'm now kind of have to decide whether or not I'm going to continue down this road. Does not killing those queens. Well.
We're running out of minerals back home.
So we're gonna make some more drones. I'm going up. 50 is fine. You don't really want to have no vision on the map like I do. Corrosive Bile is an action each time it's cast as well, so about that.
A new queen has emerged.
Scouting Roach. Get there. Oh, he still doesn't have +1? If he uses the select all army hotkey, he will move so far out of position, leaving his third base entirely exposed.
We must spawn more overlords.
We require more overlords. We're running out of minerals back home.
So the idea was to maybe go lurkers behind this, but since I have more drones, I kind of just sit back.
Forces are under attack.
Mutation complete. So creative.
Yeah, we see where his army is. Thank you for that. He kills a bunch of his own roaches in order to try to kill my Ovies, and maybe even some of his drones. The minigame begins.
Spawn more overlords.
You're engaging the opponent.
The problem with Ravagers is like, you do kind of need
You're under attack. Siege up.
to have some micro across the board. Okay, that should do it. A little bit further. Yeah, rapid fire corrosive bile definitely is going to increase your APM quite drastically. Is the big concern there.
Wait.
I think that was well over. I could have cut down there. The idea is I'm doing everything I need to do. Yeah, 113. I'm doing everything I need to do without, like, intentionally skipping it. I'm playing almost as efficient as I'm capable of doing. Like, I'm not gonna just not micro out of biles if I'm watching the army at that time. Like, one quick click. Unfortunately. That means I owe you guys a sub. Exclamation point, slow down for a chance to win in the Twitch chat. If you're on YouTube, just make a witty comment or Starcraft related pun that obviously no one has ever heard before. But and Zerg just has naturally a bit more base APM, which is why it is difficult. But still come out on top. Tetazilla, congratulations. Partially because their units are just cheaper, which means they make more of them, and making each unit is an action. Yeah, you heard it here first. Life is harder for Zerg players.
Good.
If you entered, it'll continue throughout my journey to 4,300. You took my soul, ripped me to pieces, let it all go. I think his like, he went for the same build as me with less direction, was the summary. Like, he went for roaches with speed, but it felt like he was kind of disjointedly working his way there.
Good luck, have fun.
SCV ready. Bad news. Go ahead.
We're gonna go with the classics.
It's your time.
The Cyclone.
You need more debugs.
Sorry, this is all.
In TVT, now this might have to be updated for the new old Cyclone on the balance patch. But right now in TVT, especially early on, having reactored Cyclones would defend you against most things that aren't like Proxy Reaper already hitting you and things like that. One of the biggest weaknesses is to cloak Banshee, because you don't really naturally have much way to deal with it if you can't attack. But if you scout it, there's plenty of time to prepare.
SCV ready. Yo.
I'm not going to be sending my first Reaper across the map. We're actually going to put it right there. Add it. Add the camera location. I should just add all the camera locations.
Good job.
A factory.
CC's upgrade.
And I will take my guess before getting the second depot or another SCV.
SCV ready.
Hey, your base is under attack. It's a trap.
So this is one of the things that can definitely counter. This is a probably concussive shell marauder rush. I may need a bunker here. I'm not sure yet.
You're out of supply. Build more depots.
Like,
Add-on complete.
does he have a... I don't want a bunker coming up at my net. Oh, yeah. Everybody run away. Concussive... Like, this is something you'll see a lot of the time in, not in TVP, actually, is what I meant. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a starport. He could maybe lift the barracks to get vision here. I'm not sure what he'll do.
You need more minerals. In my
Probably gonna
opinion,
need more
might be
depots,
units
though.
at a time.
I could have made that bunker a little closer, but it was too risky. Yeah, he's gonna lift the barracks for vision. Or the factory for vision.
You're out of supply. Build more depots. You have not enough minerals.
Killing even one is very nice. We're gonna get a
Require more
liberator.
minerals.
I'm going.
Because he shouldn't have anything to defend against it. Why don't we lock on here? Might as well, right? Oh, mistake. But I'm okay.
You need more depots.
SCV ready.
Additional supply. Not enough minerals.
I get ya.
We're gonna send the liberator to the other side.
In the rear with the gear.
As I say it, right?
Show me who you want.
Has this done enough? We're in kind of an awkward spot now.
Yep.
Nope, no building there.
Armed and ready.
Add-on complete.
Moving into position.
You gonna give me orders?
Okay, let's build siege tanks out of his tech lab.
Been waiting on you.
Attention! As you say, we're returning fire!
You need more supply depots.
This better be good.
Oh yeah, stim.
How can we help?
Oh, the reason I was in trouble was because
SCV ready.
That field's been mine.
Go, go, go.
I shouldn't have unsieged.
What's going on?
Well, let's see if he has an expo and how many SCVs I can kill.
SCV ready.
We do need to target fire here. It is pretty important. I'm in trouble. Make no mistake. This is quite bad for me.
Go ahead. SCV
But
ready.
we're about to have a second base.
CC's upgraded.
He doesn't actually know about yet.
Call the ball.
SCV ready.
How long on cloak? I will wait till cloak is ready. He'll probably play defensive because
SCV ready.
Confirmed.
he thinks I don't have an expo.
I got my ears
He
on.
doesn't have the energy for a scan on this base yet, but do a little bit of micro here. Try to dodge the first scan.
SCV ready.
Your add-on Add-ons done.
There it is. He might get the locks though. But that's not enough. We're gonna have a second Banshee.
Loud and clear.
What's going on? In the ring. Gangway. Coming through.
Holla back.
Add-on complete.
Right.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah?
SCV ready.
Done and done.
Aw.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Confirmed.
SCV ready.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Send that back. And this Banshee in.
I got my ears on.
He doesn't seem to like Banshees. I don't. Is it something I said?
Bad news. Big job. SCV ready. This better be good. You gonna get the orders? SCV ready.
Oops.
Fine. I got
SCV ready.
I think that might do it. Nope.
Mineral field depleted.
Good. Now I have your attention.
That's a
This
lot
is
of
still
damage.
not well, this is not a good position for me still. It really could depend on the upgrades. That could be one point that I made up some ground here. We'll see. He might try to attack.
Not enough minerals.
CC's upgraded.
The classic double scan.
Ready for dust off.
Not enough Vespian gas.
It's Vespine tasteless. Really?
You need more minerals.
In my day,
This better be good.
Get in there, Banshee. You can do it.
SCV ready.
That turret is for that one Banshee. At least you know he was annoyed by it, right? Like, on the bright side.
Ready for dust off.
Just for you.
Keep your shirt on, Sparky. 10 steps back. You gonna get
Keep him from landing for a little bit longer.
insufficient Vespine gas.
Won't last forever, but it's something.
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
You need
Should
more
keep
supply
building
details.
tanks.
The add-ons done.
You're out of support.
Combat shield. So, if he's not... Oh, what server are we on? Brazil. Yes, I'm gonna blame lag. I thought I had the cloak, but I didn't. Here's the summary.
Ready for dust off.
Additional supply depot.
So I'm gonna have a drop just over here, because there's a big chance he overcommits. His upgrades are 0-1, which means my 2-2 will be faster. This medevac, unfortunately, the sensor tower came up at the worst time.
You have not.
I have a fucking talent for walling in my own siege tanks. If you guys want to learn how to wall in your own siege tanks, look no further. By the way,
Your SCVs are under attack. Pull your boys.
I have Marines kind of arcing out around. So the big tactics that you got to be scared of are just straight up doom drops. It's a big army. So, I'm still kind of in an awkward spot in this match, because I wasn't able to ramp up my production as quick because of the damage he did early.
That mineral field's gone. Don't mineral field depleted.
I keep splitting off Marines. So now I'm kind of playing aggressive defense, which is going around, trying to figure out where his army is so I can siege up first, essentially. That's the basics for it. Because if you don't siege up first, you probably fucking lose.
Armed and ready.
Hard.
You gonna give me orders? Outstanding. Aye, aye, sir. Speak up.
Ready for dust off.
This better be good.
This is exactly when to bring in the drop. Unfortunately, he made big moves there.
Now what?
With Tom.
Hey, your space construction vehicles are under attack.
Cancel this.
Upgrade complete.
Here's your stuff.
What's that?
You need more depots.
Sorry, this is a hard game.
This better be good. Gangway. Coming.
No reason.
Talk to me.
Armed and ready.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Go, go,
I
go.
like this move.
That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
You need more supply depots.
We've actually got him on the run here.
We could use some help here. Sure.
You're out of supplies.
We could use some help
You can't go there.
You need more depots.
Sorry, this is a hard game.
Armed and ready.
He does have a fourth base, so you still want to press for damage if possible.
Better be good. Go, go, go.
So, I now have to decide, do I go forward or do I go back? And without my tanks, it's gonna be kinda hard. Nope. There's an army there. So we're in no man's land. For now. If I can put two armies together on a single army,
Need more energy.
then that's how you win the game.
Armed and ready. Roger that. You gonna give me orders?
Add-ons.
Want a piece of me, boy? Orders received. Armed and
Like here.
Mineral field depleted.
Now we gotta do some fancy micro.
Geyser's empty.
Take another base. Keep producing.
Vespian Geyser.
Some target fire here. And it's not over yet.
Taking up, dropping off. Ready for dust off.
gangway. Coming.
Talk to me.
Want a piece of me,
He
boy?
did make that a planetary, which means this is.
We're running out of minerals.
I can't. Does he have? He only has the +1 armor here, so. One liberator can be very helpful in these scenarios, as he finds.
Want some? This better be good.
Really need to focus on the tanks, I think. Which he obviously is. Get more upgrades.
CC.
Ready for dust off.
Oh my god. That was a big mistake.
Been waiting on you. Gateway coming through.
That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
Like, we have to figure out. The one thing I have
Not enough
is
energy.
the upgrades. I have 3-3.
Mineral field. Need more energy. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
We could use some help here.
Mineral field depleted.
If I can find a fight with 3-3, we're still fine.
By the numbers, boys.
Ready for dust off.
I'm just gonna go around this way. I'm about to go in the sensor tower ring, so you gotta make big plays at that point.
Your add-on's done.
This better be good. Been waiting on you.
That field's been mined out.
Sure thing.
Ready.
Whoa, need more energy, little guy.
Mineral field. You're maxed out. Good job never skipping leg day.
Boy.
It's the 3-3 that I stick by, because the upgrades are so important in these battles. Because Marines do a lot of damage very quickly. And having a 4 upgrade advantage is far too much.
Bigger, faster, stronger, upgraded.
I'm on it. We could use some help here.
He's on 2-2 now, but I still have medevacs, so I can fight. The heart of a Terran. I think that was over. From the proxy and all the micro I had to do there, I don't know. I was trying to play efficient, but he was good. Like, he actually played smart. But, and that's what I feel a lot of Diamond Terrans are struggling with to get to Masters. Fuck. Is, like, they're playing well, they're playing smart, but there's one big thing. There's one big thing that they forget in the game that didn't seem like a big deal. Like, he forgot upgrades. I think he had the money for upgrades, he just didn't get them on time. And I was leaning on him because upgrades are the thing that can turn games. Like, if I'm able to survive and eventually the upgrades pay off, then that's what, well, that's pretty much what won that game. So. Also, his build was, he's had a rough season. Unless... he has had a rough season. But why are you losing so many games? You're pretty good. I don't know. I don't feel like he could be Masters. But, I mean, it is one of those things. Looks like he gets tilted. I don't know. Maybe he's weak to harass. Who knows? Maybe I'm overestimating because that game I was trying to fight from behind for most of it. But we did go over 100. So, Kay Searing, congratulations. Following since April 2015. What was his APM? He had 235. I had 107. But that's still over 100.
Good. Now I
In
have
fact,
your attention.
that might be it. He might be like if he had 180 APM, I think he probably would have beat me. Because a lot of players that have higher APM at lower levels, their APM is not like doing more things, it's doing the same thing more often, or something very similar. Which isn't useful.
Good luck.
Have fun.
So, my only losses have been getting all in PvZ and not responding in a way that is required. So let's not do that.
You're out of supply.
Excuse me, sir. This is not where you're supposed to be. You please leave. Do you have a permit to be here? I said no predator drones. He does not have a spawning pool in his base. I didn't actually check whether he had one out. Do you have a hatch, my friend? Well, we're gonna get the Nexus, because he doesn't have a spawning pool, so even if he is proxying a hatch somewhere, he can't build... Wait, there's a chance. It's a... Why, hello there, my friend. Okay, so this is happening. He's gonna do a spine crawler rush. That's what's happening. Shield batteries and stalkers should be enough.
Like lots more. All over.
That's enough. That's how you're gonna get creep here? Wait. He doesn't have a spawning. Okay, there we go. But now he has 5 drones, which still don't beat a zealot, but like... Bold moves, my friend.
You can't warp in there.
They're attacking your base, you know.
Now I think I have
You require more Vespene
money to
gas.
start warp gate. There's a lot of things. Oh, got one.
I am the voice of the eclipse. For the reckoning.
There's no way you get speed. Right? I say mostly confidently, not 100% confidently. The amount of surface area is kind of annoying on that.
We require more medics.
I mean, once I get an immortal. He's working on the cyber core. Will you run out of things already? Please don't get the cyber core. He's not running out of things. I should probably, if I do lose the cyber core, I think I don't. I think I can get out. No, there's more links. I need to get this. I need to get the spine. Okay. Now we can shield battery the core. Okay, I don't have any energy. Oh, and I finished warp gate. That's what matters. Hold the line. I have shield batteries from that backside. Okay. Well, this got a lot dicier than I ever needed to. I don't have even... You know, I can barely build because of the damn creep.
Your probes are getting wrecked. You're out of supply. Make more pylons.
You must construct additional
We're
pylons.
just running by. Stop. Get the creep probes. Get the creep probes. Okay. What now? Let's get a Twilight. Oh yeah, he had. I'm pretty sure I've walled in my robo with my cyber core. So we're gonna have to worry about that soon enough. The obvious transition here would be to somehow struggle your way to mutas. Not sure how we would do that, but like...
You can't warp in there.
Is that... What? What? The fuck?
You're out of supply. Make more pylons.
Break out.
You must construct additional pylons.
No, Dad, no.
That's not a thing!
You're out of supply. That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
Okay. There's no way he can afford mutas, right? I'm expecting like 17 spine crawlers at home, by the way. Like...
You must construct additional pylons.
No, Dad, no.
I have more idle probes than a fucking Brood War match.
You're out of supply. Make more pylons.
Engaging the enemy. Understood.
You must construct
Only
additional
Brood War
pylons.
players will get that joke. What? Nope, stayed up.
Mineral field complete.
Whoop. I don't know where he's going now.
That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
Oh, lost the ops. Now I don't have to worry about it anymore. A classic tactic. This is all begging the question of like, where are the drones going? We're on an expedition to find the drone. Nope.
Make more
He's
pylons.
angry. I think with some nice force fields, we're still okay.
Upgrade complete.
Like, he's not here. We're gonna do the world tour. Where are the mutas? He's not here.
Mineral field depleted.
Don't tell me he's over here. I'm using a lot of top-notch commentary, I know, guys.
Warp in more pylons.
No, there's no way. Nope. He's not there. He's just kind of rebuilding his base. That's it. He's gonna go. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't mind that idea. Just like go lurkers and pray. That has to be what it. Okay, so he had nothing. So believe it or not, you can't make like 5 hatcheries early. What a save! What a save! And also still have the money to do anything. Pro tip. I checked every base, right? Like, if I get 1 DT, it's a moral victory. I think he got one. Am I gonna... I play random. Also, 5 proxy hatches. Dude, are we forgetting? Random, so easy. So easy. Actually, we're gonna have a slight intermission in the beginning, in the middle. Well, first, before I ask you, we're gonna run an ad real quick. I was making fun of ads, but times are tough in StarCraft. So just real quick, if you could turn ad block off, all of that. If you're on YouTube, well, I'm sorry, but just real quick, and then we'll be right back with more of the action you love and all that. Welcome back, everyone. I'm here to tell you about queens. If you're a Zerg player, you should probably make more queens. Okay? That's why you're like, no, should I make Zergling speed? And then get a lair? No. Should I, but what do I make? Do I make 2 random Ravagers? No. Do I just make a lair and then proceed to not do anything with it?
Good.
No, you make queen. It's like winter, but everybody cheeses me. Everybody cheeses me. They hit me with battle cruisers at the 12-minute mark. What do? Queens. They hit me with hellbeds. Queens. They hit me with oracles. Queens. They hit me with an existential crisis. Queens. Take away the bonds of free thinking and just make it a monarchy. A lot easier. Less thinking. Queens. So very important. What if they hit you with queens? More queens. What if they hit you with archons? I've never heard of archons. I've never heard of a unit named archons that exists. Build more queens. And while you're here, unrelated, Twitch Prime. Nope, that's not Twitch Prime. Then that's a thing. use all that dirty esports money that's going to Amazon and still give it to Amazon, but also trickle it down all over my face. Twitch Prime. It's a thing. And don't look like this for not being subscribed, but instead look like this. Thank you. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Call today. I'm sorry, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Nobody likes ads. But
Good. Now I have your attention.
I'm gonna keep King Wavy 000. 3 months.
Good. Now I have your attention.
I'm going to explain. I'm going to spend several minutes explaining in depth one topic for all 3 races before we jump back into the next 100 MMR. By in depth, I mean enough to go into detail without getting into super specifics, because I'm not here all day. And we're going to be doing around that plat diamond level, like the more advanced level. Which of these things? Now don't ruin it for the YouTube viewers.
Now I have your attention.
Okay, by picking the wrong one.
This clock is always cash, need to keep your count. And this shit been on point, I'm working paper routes. Got extra moves, read the name in bold. Need the heat now, this world is cold. Couple thousand hands and we good to go. Need the heat now, this world is cold. Couple thousand hands and we good to go.
You can take your time. You can choose your words. Let me down real easy. Let me down real easy. Well, I'm doing just fine. Because I caught your eyes. You say that it's you, not me. Baby, now that I am free, I want my lips back, my time back, my words like when I said my love back, my life back, my heart, the one that you knew could break.
Good. Now I have your attention. Good. Now I have your attention.
And I am the peace inside the war. Your confessions took their toll. But baby, I am in control. I want my lips back, my time back, my words like when I said my love back, my life back, my heart, the one that you knew could break the world that's wrong with your confessions. With your confessions. With your confessions. Your confessions. Your
Oh, God. You guys picked the hardest one to be concise with. Of course you did. And I was thinking like, oh, aren't I away from the computer for too long? They're gonna lose their... On Twitch, they're just here to be entertained for as long as possible. On YouTube, they can just skip past and pretend like they didn't just get suggested this video to watch for 2 hours. So, when to harass. Let's quantify harassment. It's when there isn't... When the workers are like, no, I don't want to be touched like that, and you touch them anyways. Essentially, is what it boils down to. There are many different forms. But, the biggest... I'll actually just go in the context of, like, the biggest mistake I see experienced but not masters players make is harassing for the sake of harass. Like sending out, oh, I send out a Liberator because that's what I do at this time, that's what you're supposed to do, or sending out Adepts because, like, I'm supposed to do things with Adepts. The best times to harass someone are when they are, their defenses are committed at the front, when they have a lot of static defense. So let's talk about the form. We'll talk about the most common form. Like I said, most complicated question. Starting with Terran. And this is mostly the early game. You've got things like Liberators, Hellion drops, Widowmine drops, Reapers, Cyclone drops. The best... Usually what these are used for, at the higher level, they're not used to get damage done. They're used to prevent damage from being done and create space. So what you want to do is take advantage of the immobility of your opponent's army. The best time to Liberator drop is when not Liberator drop. The best time to put a Liberator in their base is when they're moving out from the front, for example. The best time to come in with Hellions is when they're on the other side of the map. You want to do it, you don't just do it for the sake of doing it, you do it because you're taking advantage of a certain situation. If your opponent is super greedy, you can harass in 2 different locations. It's a little more complicated, but the worst thing you can probably do with harassment is, I just feel weird saying that word over and over. I zoned out for a second. Is just harassing for the sake of harass. Like, I send my workers in, I send my Adepts in, I send my Liberators in, I send my Zerglings in, and that's a big one, especially for Zerg. Like, Zerglings are not great at getting damage done without being microed. And most of the time, the damage a Zergling run by tries to do is not worth it. You gotta think, like, is the amount of time I'm spending on this and the amount of damage it's going to do... Like, if you
Good.
micro
Now I
Zerglings
have your attention.
in their base for 30 seconds, And you might be like, that's so long. If you guys would stop sending me in replays where you micro Zerglings in their base for 30 seconds, I wouldn't talk about it. But unfortunately, and you kill 6 SCVs. In that time, you probably could have built 6 to 8 drones. And on top of that, you lost the lings, maybe your supply bot, something like that. So really, the best time to harass is while you're expanding, because as Terran and Protoss, and while they're expanding as a Zerg. Like, you want to get up there. Like, if they're trying to take a third, maybe you can come in with your Zerglings. But Terran and Protoss are mostly trying to do it as cover for building up more tech. And Zerg does it as cover for building up more army. Because of the way the races work, of course. So, but since like there's so much, it's such a big question. But the basic part is one of the biggest mistakes Platinum and Diamond players make without realizing it, that I've noticed from the hundreds of games now you guys send in and games I play against Platinum and Diamond players, which is rare, but or you guys. Is just doing something for the sake of doing something and letting it distract you from your end goal. So I think the best way, if you feel like you do that, the best way to really draw attention to it is just watch the first, we'll say 5 minutes of each of your replays. Put the camera on you, watch what you're doing, and notice, like, I stared at my Reaper for 30 seconds. I banked up 700 minerals, and then I wondered why when I attacked 30 seconds later than I should be with my army, he had too much stuff. Or I was microing this adept for like 30 seconds, and then I had 6 less probes than him. How did that happen? And of course, like, especially with Zerg, if you're gonna do harass, like, it has to be a free mineral line or something. So many, it's the worst with Zerg. Zergs are the worst. Terrans are the most blatant. Zergs are the worst at this. Because Zerg units don't even do very much. Like, Zerglings aren't really killing shit. But, at least, like, if you're microing a Liberator, you might get a bunch of kills. But, like, 6 Zerglings only can do so much. I'm sorry, Zerglings out there. Like, I'm sorry. But, you know, I'll focus on that. Watch your replays for the first 5 minutes and see truly if you're doing everything you need to do, because a strong house cannot be built on a shaky foundation. And when you're doing things like that and forgetting maybe your upgrades or to build workers or to get all your production, that's a shaky foundation. And let's shake some more foundations by beating up on more Diamond Leaguers with less than 100 APM, or at least damn close to it. Thank you, Twitch Waters, for the sub. Apollo God 1990, I Hoppy I, or is that L? I don't know. Boss Thugga, what a name.
Good.
The bearded Viking giving the
Now I
gift
have your
of winter
attention.
to hungry angry Viking.
6 months,
From
Pog.
some
Winter
ancestral
Predator belly
relationship.
is big.
King Wavy 000 Nagia Skipeo as well. Thank you guys for that. And Zogi for 6 months.
Good luck. Have fun.
Goes on to explain harass and doesn't explain harass. So the summary there was, yeah, don't do it. I don't. Like 80% of the time.
In the rear with the gear.
It really truly feels at like the diamond level. The reason harass seems so good is because 1 out of 3 times your opponent just is blind and doesn't see the minimap,
Additional supply depots required.
which isn't a reliable tactic usually.
Nope, no building there.
It's like, oh, he just didn't notice that I had a Banshee killing his drones for like
You scared me. Big job, huh?
a minute.
Go ahead. What's going on? SCV ready.
And then you killed all the drones or something.
Big job, huh? SCV ready.
in esports, 20 years old is antique. That's why the only good players are 20 years old or younger. Maru is 20, Cyril is 20, Neve is 20, Raynor is 16, I'm 16, like...
Sure thing. What's going on?
CC's upgrading.
Ah! You scared me! The Grim Reaper has arrived.
Just play nice and safe,
SCV
which
ready.
means build Cyclones in TVT.
Yes, sir.
He's talking, does that mean proxy? No.
SCV
You know
ready.
why I don't think it's a proxy? Because he scouted so early with his SCV. As a Terran, you really don't need... Like, Terran is affected by random players the least. Because they can kind of just get up barracks and scout early. The placement... you can in every matchup, you can put your barracks on the top of the rank. Be like, Winter, don't weak Terrans build in the main? That's just what the other races think, and we don't care about them.
SCV ready.
But...
Not enough Vespian gas.
It's
Overall-
tasteless.
Really?
Like, you can just scout at the 1 minute mark like I'd say you normally would. With this specific build, I didn't scout because the only thing I need to know is whether or not I'm being proxy Reaper. If I lose the first Reaper, it's really bad as well. But I'm trying to get as much as possible out as quickly as possible.
What? You want something?
Not enough CC's upgrading.
SCV ready.
I'm getting... Oh,
What? Comms open. Big job.
fuck. This was really bad. I need to kill that. He proxied clones, by the way, is what he did. There's no other way he should have been here before me. Losing that first Cyclone really hurts. So now I just kind of got to be on the top of the ramp. Yeah, get him, mules, right? Like,
Show me who.
that one SCV or Reaper he had at the front
Not
was a
enough
big deal.
Vespian gas.
It's Vespian.
SCV ready.
Does he have an expansion? Okay, he didn't proxy clones. He just went one base.
SCV ready.
Because, yeah, it wasn't early enough to be proxy.
We need more money.
Minerals.
Optics online. Let's go kill something. Comms open. SCV ready.
So he just tried to do the
Big job, huh?
1-2 timing kind of thing there that I was talking about on the harassment portion.
We require. Whoa.
But
Need more
that's my
energy
point.
with
Is
that.
like sometimes it's easy to it's quite easy to screw it up if it's just slightly mistimed. So now, while he forced me to stop mining for a bit,
SCV ready.
I'm still pretty comfortable, and I'm getting a third CC because I recognize that there's not really going to be, if he's invested
Not
this
enough
much,
Vespian gas.
is there a threat to
We
me?
need more supply depots.
Is the question.
SCV ready.
And the answer is not really.
Bad news.
You require more Vespian gas.
Pull my finger, Artosis.
Systems go.
Not enough Vespian. Not enough minerals.
This ought to be. Huh? You got coordinates or what? SCV ready.
CC's upgrade.
So we went for 2 Liberators.
You can't build there.
We're gonna move this guy down.
In the rear.
Did I get an armory? I did. That is an important part.
Ready. SCV ready.
I actually end up killing both Liberators there. So that's a big deal. So what that means is now I have even more freedom to tech up and bring all my Cyclones across the map. And by tech up, I mean get more factories. That's what that means.
No building there.
Get my +1. I'm actually going to drop a mule for repair, not for BM. It's a real strat. Scan as well. He just doesn't have very many units. Because he went for so much tech early. And that's why the Cyclones can be so good. Whoop. That doesn't last very long. No, I already have another on there. There you go. So he tried to go for the harass build, but it was a little mistimed. And I was able to take advantage of it. And then behind it, like, you really need to have a tank. He tried to go into bio after going for Reactor Clone Rush, 2 Liberators and 2 Ravens. Like, he had double Engie Bay and Marauders, which means he was trying to go bio. So he wasn't just trying to, like, play fast and loose, essentially. But he was trying to do a whole tech swing. Which, especially since he didn't do that much damage to me, I don't need to let him get away with.
Happy 17 months. Any chance for a song request?
Not this moment. Thank you for 17 months. Gotta stay monetizable. And your song's name is Jesus Is My Friend, so what could go wrong there, right?
Good.
Nice game,
Now I have your attention.
14 months.
Thanks for this series.
Oh, random player. Think he's a random player? Or a player that plays random? Two very different things.
Good luck. Have fun.
We'll find out in just a moment.
SCV ready. Ah! You scared me! SCV ready.
You need more supply depots.
Huh? SCV ready.
So he did not tell me his race, but like I mentioned, it is not a huge concern for me.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
That's gonna be a big from me.
SCV ready.
We will scout.
What's going on? SCV
There's no barracks in his base. There's no buildings in his base. Thank you, Black Snake, for the tier 2 and forever. 59 months. It's quite a bit. Okay, what do we have?
Big job, huh?
He's got 2 gas.
Roger. Bad news. In the rear with the gear.
Which indicates he wants to play aggressive. So I'm gonna need a bunker.
What's going on?
CC's upgraded.
Well,
Where
buckle up.
is your factory?
Go
He has...
ahead.
Oh, that's right there. I found it, guys. I did it. I cracked the code. It's right there.
Bad
You
news.
need more minerals.
In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
So,
SCV ready.
I think in this...
Mine more
So,
minerals.
You can't buy
he
stuff on
built the
credit in this
factory
game.
far away from... And since he didn't have a Reaper, I can go scout. He built it far away from his barracks, which indicates he doesn't want to just build a reactor.
SCV ready.
Is that like a quote? Banshee Rush?
Big job, huh?
Is it? I don't know, like,
What's it worth?
the one thing I don't think it is Cyclones.
Ready.
That doesn't mean there's not going to be Cyclones, but like, a big Cyclone Rush.
In the rear with the gear.
I kind of want to wait a little bit to scout his tech,
SCV ready.
because I might decide instead of,
Ah, got something for me to kill.
well, we'll scout now,
Your add-on's done.
and an armory.
SCV ready.
So we're going to go ahead and just get Cyclones.
Don't worry, this thing can fly forever.
This is a Thor drop rush. And Cyclones will counter that.
Huh?
Or Hellbats, which is that's not a thing. As much as I
CC's
appreciate
upgraded.
the idea,
SCV ready.
4 Cyclones rip through a Thor quite fast.
Huh?
So,
Been waiting on you. SCV ready.
I get a little bit of prior warning.
SCV ready.
Can't build it.
Optics online. Let's go.
Now the question is, does he change it up now that I kind of scouted it? I mean, does it matter to him?
SCV ready.
This SCV shall not pass.
Who wants some? What's going on?
Nope, no building there.
Typical random play.
Piece of me, boy. You got coordinates or what? SCV ready.
Not enough Vespian gas.
Price controlled. Only 5
It's
gas per
Vespine
barrel.
tasteless. And also it's 4 gas per barrel. I don't know if... That's always intrigued me about the voice pack. Because it's 4 gas per barrel. But, like, is he making a... Like a... I don't know.
Bad news. Channel's clear, boss.
Your SCVs are under attack. Pull your boys.
SCV ready.
Is he making a joke about Brood War?
Big job, huh?
Or like... But it's 4 per barrel.
Systems go. Cyclone.
Well, that's very good for me, by the way.
SCV ready.
The Thor is a bigger prize than the Medivac.
Huh? In the rear.
Is he gonna expand? Oh, of course, it was a macro Thor rush. You know, that.
SCV ready. This better be good. Channel's clear, boss.
Do we even have time to drop it? Well, that's not good.
Been waiting on you. SCV ready. You gonna give me orders?
You need more supply
For him.
depots.
Like, now he should have... Since he was building that Thor, he might have 1 tank. That 1 tank might keep him alive a little bit.
Optics online. Taking some fire here.
No, it's another Thor. Cyclone's counter Thor is pretty hard. I was playing... I wish I held up, because I was playing so poor on that one night when I lost 2 in the PvZ. I wish I could have done it undefeated. But, we are... What is the record now? We started at the bottom of... I think Fat 1 or Diamond 3. Bottom of Diamond 3. Now I have 42. Oh yeah, those 2 losses are a black scar on the whole idea. But we power past it. Out strong until the end. And we're nearly at 4,300. I think I'll go over 43. So probably 2 more games. And Brood War. So yeah, it's 4 gas per barrel in SC2. And 8 gas per barrel in Brood War. When Artosis says, but that's 5 gas per barrel. That's just wrong on both counts. Like, is that just, like, was there no meeting where Artosis is like, it's 4 gas? It's like, no, it'll be a joke. Wasn't it 5 gas a barrel when SC2 came out? No. I am 96% sure that's a no, and I'm 100% sure it's a no now. And I'm 100% sure it was a no when the voice pack came out. So,
Good luck, have fun.
this is the danger matchup. This is where the 2 losses came from. So. Oh, shit. One of these guys. I don't want you to have... One of my favorite things... Now, this used to be a much bigger argument when all the people who wanted to argue about things like I'm about to describe moved on before all the people who argue about things I'm about to describe moved on to other games. Because they have the attention span of a 12-year-old. I mean, there are some... Anyways.
You're out of supply. Make more pylons.
The arguments of, like, whether it was BM... to just say have fun, and with people legitimately getting up in arms like, why would you want your opponent to have luck? Why would you like to add RNG to the game, even if in principle, even the thought of luck in this match should not be considered in Starcraft, because we are perfect and special snowflakes, and no luck here. This is all skill. So, and so on and so forth. It's not so much that he said just good luck, just have fun, but like, there are those people. I'm sure they still exist. There's research in the campaign that increases it to 5 gas per barrel. I mean, I'm pretty sure Artosis has never done the campaign, but I'm not 100%. I remember asking Artosis about co-op missions
You're attacking your pros. Watch your mineral
at one of those community summits or something like that, and he scoffed. And this was well into Legacy of the Void. This wasn't like at the beginning. There was a scoff, and you don't like Artosis scoffing is a strong statement. In other words, I don't think he's a huge co-op mission fan. Artosis loves Starcraft, though. Just go on YouTube and search Artosis loves Starcraft. You can see how much he loves Starcraft.
Glory to the Daemon. The temple. Combat awaits. Let your will be heard.
So what I'm going to do is not just stare at this Adept all day. Ideally, I don't lose the Adept like it looks like I'm doing.
It shall be
I
done.
should be able to live.
The firstborn
Just
shall
barely.
persevere.
Not even close, baby.
Forward.
Shouldn't have happened, but we're just gonna come back. He made at least 6 slings.
more mineral.
So we will see. I got a pretty good scout. He had a solid drone count.
Let none.
Get the gases down
We
here.
need more money.
It's okay if he sees the Twilight Council now.
Oracle proceed.
That's a lot of things, my friend. Oh, he actually got really debated. Like, he has a... Do they even have speed? I mean, if he has Banelings behind... I gotta bring the Oracle back. I think. No. Do I?
Job done.
We'll see if I have regrets.
Teleport successful.
I'm gonna shift right-click on these guys.
How can I aid you?
And we're fine. He may have forgotten speed or just not gotten it and then built a bunch of links. Which is another thing, like, you gotta be really focused on not doing that, is the summary. Because, especially if you don't get Zergling speed. But in general, like, making a bunch of links for no reason is one of the biggest ways I see people lose in every Zerg matchup. Like, units! Nobody ever expected he could build an Adept! Give me some Zergling stat, Jimmy! It's like, but sir, it's one Adept, and there's nothing else going on. You didn't even... Shut up, Jimmy! Press the Z button!
Glory to the
Engaging the enemy.
And so on and so forth.
The firstborn shall persevere. Glory to the Daylong. The firstborn.
So he did go for kind of a quick lair, which I'm going to try to scout around here. We're building an Immortal behind. And getting all this. Templar Archives is next on the menu.
Bigger, faster.
He has the Hydra Den on the way, but it's not there yet. So we get the Templar Archives. I'm using hold position to make sure I hit drones here. I'm gonna shade in over here. And we're gonna leave one Adept.
Yes, executor.
You see he's going Roach Hydra, so he can get Storm.
Victory for the firstborn. Najakar. Glorious
Keep building.
combat is upon us.
Shift right click on some drones.
Our window is short. Combat orders.
That field's been mined out.
And now he's
Hope you
kind
have
of
an
been forced into
expansion.
roaches. So like, what you want to do
I return to serve.
We need
You must place that in a power field.
is really make sure you get your Templar up, because they're very important. Like, you really want to have those Templar, no matter what it takes. So
warp
be
in
careful to get them in a timely manner. Like, he's gonna have a lot, because I'm just kind of manipulating what he can be doing here, right? He has Roach Hydra. The counter to Roach Hydra
Running out
is
of
Storm.
minerals back home.
So once I'm able to get Storm, can we get this Void Ray to kill this guy? Okay. Did I not get a Forge? We'll get a Forge. I have Storm done now. Get some more gas. I'm quite convinced. By the way, I switched my Immortal hotkey.
Not enough Vespian gas.
I switched it to Q instead of on
The enemy has discovered us.
lost my Oracle. That's unfortunate. But it's alright. Because I was just kind of far out. Here's the summary. Put some pylons there.
I return to serve.
Is he attacking? Is this a bait? but we have Storm. There's no such thing as bait when you have Storm.
You place that in a power field.
Yeah, that's a little high. But, I am, like, you can tell that's another one, that's one of the big things, is overreacting. You know a Reaper is going to come in, an Adept's going to come in. He's going to make a few Zerglings. It's going to happen every game, Zerg players. Do you have to insta-GG? Well, here was the worker count. That's me. That's him. He has Roaches and Hydras, and they all just died. I have Immortals and Storm, with more money.
Hashtag still enjoy.
So, you don't have to. You can stay in the game all the way until all your buildings are destroyed. If you're Terran, you can float your buildings to the corner of the map. Make them even harder to find. But, do you want to? That's up to you. Thank you, Robbie Blitz. 34 months. Is this series going to go on YouTube? The first part of it is already on YouTube. I've had so much stuff to upload, like between Star Ladder. And Bronze League Heroes 100 is coming up soon, by the way. Bronze League Heroes 99. I finally got up there. I finally found some space. Like, you can't post too much. Like, I can't post 10 videos a day on YouTube. It's good I got quite a backlog, because I'm going to be going to the Starcraft 2 Community Summit and the BlizzCon.
Good luck.
Have fun.
And that's happening next week. If you're watching this now, it's 2022, StarCraft 2, going strong. And I'm going to be competing in the Olympics next year for the United Federation of Planets for StarCraft 2.
You need more minerals. In my day, we mined 8 minerals at a time.
I know things have changed since then, but just for a frame of reference. We're gonna skip.
We must place that on Creek.
Well, we're gonna be going Roaches. Yeah. I was like, isn't that the Peruvian clan? Which is, if you noticed, if you look very closely, you could notice I brought up the server screen to check if I was on the Brazil server or not. I am not, which is nice. My favorite, though Brazil is one of my favorite North American countries. My true favorite is Singapore, closely followed by Australia. Alright, is that CC first? Yeah, that shouldn't be all the way done. I believe indeed it is. Which means I'm safe to get my third at a timing I'm not choosing. Don't come in, Overlord. The depot is closed. The way is shut. And the Terrans keep it.
A new queen has emerged.
Can never be too care.
A new queen has emerged.
Like, I'm just gonna walk up with Zerglings, and we'll see what happens next, right? Like, get another Overlord, I'm rallying it out.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Oh, there's a Reaper. A Reaper at the door. So, I am just gonna ignore the Zerglings, and I'm gonna get a little bit of creep spread, but we're just gonna focus so hard on the drones here. So hard. So hard. So many drones. More drones. You might be like, a lot of drones? But no. A lot of drones.
Evolution complete.
Another factory, and he's going mech. Which means we are free to go roaches. Or actually, you might be able to kill the Reaper outright, too.
A new queen has emerged. Your forces are under attack!
I'm gonna go mine from gas again. I'm gonna have one creep spread queen, but the real focus is going to be on just pumping up that drone count right now. Injects. I'm spreading my overlords. And we're gonna wall off. A queen can block Hellions in that wall. That's the point.
Insufficient.
A new queen has emerged.
And then we're gonna get to, well, the objective is gonna be, 53 drones now. Put some creep over here. +1 carapace. We're gonna try to get 60 drones.
We require more overlords.
Which would require more overlords. Thank you. That's a good point. Never thought of that. He's already got Hellbats, which means he's done this in a very inefficient manner. What I mean is, usually you don't want to build the armory till you need it. Like, you want it finishing as you're coming across the map, because that's money invested. That could have been another Cyclone that costs as much as a Cyclone. And there should be Cyclones here. Yep. And we'll run in with the Zerglings to get him to turn around for a few more seconds, maybe. Yep. Turns around for a few more seconds, which gives me more time. And I should be able to finish
insufficient
+1 now.
Our forces are under attack.
Whereas before, I wasn't sure if I would finish +1 before the fight. In fact, he just decided to come back.
Mutation complete. So creative.
Use that little pervert pillar there. And you know what? I'll let him get close. He'll be like, alright, I can get him. I'm on the creep. It's a little scary. But I think I can do it. Look, there's no units there. It's fine. No, it's a trap.
Evolution complete. Mutation complete.
Because he just blindly decided he was going to go right up the gut. With really no... He didn't really pay any respect to the fact that I didn't have to be right in the middle of everything. I know it's hard. You don't... You have to realize, like, you don't always have to be just sitting at the front.
We're running out of minerals back home.
Mineral field depleted.
That is a lot of Cyclones. He does have a third. And it looks like his solution is to build more Cyclones, which is probably not gonna do it. So, I don't need to run up his ramp to try to kill him. I have no obligation to do that. I can get another base. I can get an infestation pit for swarm host or hive, really, whatever I want. I can get +2 carapace. And then I can see if he's ventured down his ramp to where I can just kill all his stuff again. Yes. Oh, shit. Didn't think they could move. Well. We've scouted for hidden bases. Now we're here. You might be like, swarm host or hive in this scenario. ¿Por qué no los dos?
You require more Vespene gas.
I feel like this is one of the games where the first wave of locusts is where he leaves the game. You could just kill him? No, he actually has probably two. I mean, the idea is why risk it? What if I misjudge it a little bit? Now, it's 99% that I could get up that ramp and kill him with just roaches. But there are some games that are kind of similar where that would actually be the best way to lose the game. Like, if you just miscalculate a little bit. Roaches are not, like, they're a momentum-based unit. You lose all your roaches, you're in trouble. But this is kind of a too big to fail scenario. So we're gonna pop the locusts and put them behind the cyclones. So he has to decide what he wants to do with his leg.
We're running out of minerals.
Looks like he wants to die.
That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all in one place.
I mean, he had to try to come down the ramp. Very tenacious. What? Did we lose a game or something? I thought I was at like 42.75 like 2 games ago. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe it was 42.56. I don't know. So here's another stat to look at. If you look at SC2 replay stats, SPM below APM. Below APM. SPM. That is screens per minute. That I actually think a lot of the time, especially in longer games, like games that go past 6 or 7 minutes, that's a huge indicator on effective actions. Like he had 142 APM and 2 screens per minute. I had 95 and 10 screens per minute. The summary is a screen is counted as when you move your camera more than 50%. It's not something you can see on the score screen because SC2 replay stats is better and the score screen is mediocre and all the UI. Blizzard is a small indie company. They can't Blizzard as a small indie company can't possibly add the same statistics and information that a single guy running a website with hundreds of thousands of SC2 replays on his own in his free time as a hobby, shout out to Breath, by the way, could show with overlays and all that. So you can't expect, but you'll see a lot. Like, that's really a thing to point to, because a player who has 300 APM and 3 screens per minute, what that really means is they're just right clicking a bunch, or like selecting a bunch of different stuff and not actually accomplishing anything. So there are exceptions, like if it's a really micro-oriented player, they might have really high APM with lower screens per minute because they're so focused on the micro in certain locations. But it's usually just an indicator that's a better indicator of people spamming compared to the APM than rather what exactly their APM was. How do you get high SPM? Well, in 10 is very low for me, by the way. I usually average between 25 and 35. In Serral averages, I don't have the exact stats, but I assume like 70.
Good.
It feels like about 70. I think I can actually plug one of my replays into I have a replay of Cyril, and I'm going to plug it into SC2. We're just going to do that right now. Now, here's the thing. This is spoilers if you haven't watched Starladder. Neeb beat Cyril 3-0 convincingly in Starladder. Think of that what you will. But I'm going to plug the replay into SC2 replay stats and see what we get. And these are the replays, because I did cast those games. You can find them on my channel. But, I'm just picking, the longer game. The longest game was, Game 2, which was a pretty drawn-out macro game. And I'm pulling up the statistics here. We'll just bring it up. I threw it on drop.sc. Drop.sc is just part of SC2 replay stats, but it's for people lazy who don't want to do the work of actually making an SC2 replay stats account. You can still just upload those replays really quickly. So, let's take a look. Neeb versus Cyril. Screens per minute. Cyril had 47. Neeb had 38. So that means approximately once every 1.1 seconds or so, Cyril moves his screen. Neeb, now he was playing more defensive this game. Maybe it's different if it's a more aggressive game, but like 1.2 seconds. My previous opponent, the Diamond League Terran, had 2. I had 10. Quickie on map. No. It can tell whenever the selection is moved. That's how it can tell. That's how. I don't actually know exactly how it's calculated on SC2 replay stats, but I know it's when you move the majority of your screen, like over 50% of your screen, to another place. Where do you get the pro replays from? Well, I casted the tournament, Starladder Ultimate Series, so I was watching them live in that case. You can check that out on YouTube because the tournament is over now. But yeah, guys,
Good luck. Have fun.
Big esports personality. Where's the other games? We'll plug them in. I'll plug them in after this if you remind me. I forgot. Oops. Didn't make another drone. Oh, didn't make an over. This is a 14-14 guys. This is exactly what I meant to do. I'm gonna show you how to do a one-base Zergling all-in with less than 100 APM. That he scouts at the beginning. I want him to say cheesy, random player. So these Zergs, though. Yeah, these are the kind of things that the mistakes that shouldn't be made, that are made. We're gonna take advantage of the whole scenario, and we're just, yeah, he's sending the drone back. He's seen what he needed to see, or he hopefully thinks that. So now what we do is not make. Here's the real bamboozle. We only make like 2 lings to scout, and this was just a very aggressive macro expand. I've altered the deal. Pray I don't have to alter it any further. Yeah, he expanded. He's not making a queen as of yet. He's made some Zerglings.
Queen has emerged.
Tell me
We
that's
must spawn more
it's
overlords.
not. So now we're just gonna pretend like nothing happened and macro it out. That's the plan. See, just normal macro build. Honestly, that is sometimes the best way to play it. And I probably should have done it at the start. Well, that's a bit of a tell, right? Like,
A new queen has emerged.
so now I feel like I should. Have I told you guys that queens are good units? I don't think I've mentioned that.
A new queen has emerged.
Spawn more overlords.
Yep, here he comes.
We require more overlords.
A new queen has emerged.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We
A
must
lot more
spawn
than
Your forces are under attack.
we're gonna. Yeah, we counter baited him, but did we counter bait him too hard? Is the question. Because what I mean by that is now he's like, I need to make Zerglings, but it looks like we're okay. We build the wall. Confused. Queens are very good units. I might have mentioned that. Yeah, it'll screw up my mining here, but like, compared to outright losing, maybe I should build it
Our
on
forces
this
are
one.
under attack.
No, he's still got, like, you gotta remember,
We require more.
he's committed. I think he's gonna come in with a bunch more Banes. That's what I think. We will see. But I'm gonna go for +1 and roaches. Which is where we wanted to go in the first place. But it got weird. I blocked. The queens are blocked on the right.
Your forces are taking damage.
The map banes are some of the best ways to get, maybe even win the game, by the way. Just having a baneling on the map where he doesn't expect it, like behind some bushes or something. You saw he had a bunch of lings there. So we're gonna have this baneling a little further back. Like, right now, for example. He's like, aha, so sneak, Jake. And then suddenly.
You're under attack. Your base is under attack again.
He has it there. It looks like my third is indeed off center. Thank you, Twitch chat. But who cares?
Spawn more overlords.
What happened to my cleanest?
Overlords.
Oh, what's a GM doing in Diamond?
Mineral field.
This is my favorite. Whenever people don't like what I'm doing, I'm a GM. But whenever people
Orders have engaged the enemy.
whenever people don't like that I'm playing lower level, I'm a GM. But whenever people are like, he wouldn't beat this guy, or he's not actually good,
must
don't listen to
spawn
him.
more overlords.
I'm just like a mid-masters.
Your forces are taking damage.
Overlords.
Is I'm closer to mid-master. Well, actually, I'm closer to GM technically. But, no APM.
Backfield's been mined out. Hope you have an expansion.
That I got it.
That mineral field's gone. Don't spend it all.
I mean, that's true. Newer players really do lean on APM as like, well, I'm improving because my APM went up. That's the point of this. Is to show that that's just simply almost not always untrue, but mostly untrue. He has +1. I'm about to have +2. I can't just let him get onto my ramp.
Mutation complete. We require more minerals. We're running out of minerals back home. Mine more minerals.
You can't buy stuff on credit. A creep tumor's under attack.
We're going to the other side. Does he have 2-2? He has 2-1. I feel like the fact I'm on his creep should be bad.
Evolution complete.
I feel like the Hydras will make the difference. The reason you don't usually make Hydras is because Ravagers are more accessible, but you want to spread out. That's a great angle from me.
Not enough.
It's starting to thin out a bit.
Mineral field depleted.
But like against straight roaches with similar attack upgrades, Hydras are okay. Did I go over? No! I fucked it up, guys. Let's check the SPM. Like I said, the SPM as well. But exclamation point slow down. You guys get a free sub. He actually had 17. Not very fair. I understand. I understand how people who are victims, we'll say, might feel that way.
103 APM. What a noob.
I know. I ruined everything. But here's your pound of flesh justification. Has one if you were inspired to play one game, legitimately inspired by this stream or that game to play StarCraft and be like, you know what? Maybe I can actually get a little better. I don't need to be that fast. Give me a Kappa Ross in the chat. While I give away a congratulations, Abnaxis 1126. for freeloading.
Good. Now I have your attention.
Well enough. And that brought us to, okay. Oh, that brought us to over 4,300. Well, we can't end on that note. One more. For this segment. How long have I been doing? We started after I finished playing Planet. Oh, so it's been like, no. I played some later. So like 2 hours. I want it to be like 2 hours.
Good.
Long movie. Not overstay its welcome, but a longer feature film. Right. But like with a bunch of ads in the middle. So like most feature films.
Good luck. Have fun.
Agent Smith. And then we'll answer questions. After this game, we'll answer questions for a bit. I'll take a few focus questions. And then, now, if you're watching this after the fact, you might not get the benefit of that. But, maybe do some casting. But once again, the entire idea is to dispel with the rumor. I don't even know if it's really like a rumor, but like to run counter directly to the idea that having more APM makes you faster. Now, of course, like that's why we're at 100. I think 100 APM used efficiently. Maybe it's actually a little bit closer to 120 for Zerg. Because, for example, you might be like, well, why does Zerg truly have more APM? Besides the fact their units are cheaper, so they build more, which is more actions. How often do you spend actions on your pylons? Just the simple act of having overlords and moving them is already a handful of additional actions. You don't even think about it. I didn't even think about, like, I keep trying to bring things up. I didn't even think about that till today. I've been doing this for a few days now. Like, not all day, but, like, a few different days. And I just thought about, like, oh, yeah, overlords. Like, like creep spread. Of course, there are other things for the other races, but there's just more housekeeping, essentially, for Zerg, which is why you see Sarah at that crazy, ridiculous, like, 50 SPM. Those are Marines. Don't kill me. I think I'll live. But just barely. Oh, that's really bad.
Has emerged.
I should have microed that Overlord harder. So, he is going factory behind, is the interesting point. We're going to actually just pull all the OBs back. Like,
we require more overlords.
I'm going to pull back. Because, right now,
Not enough energy.
yeah, I'll talk more. I mean, I talk all the time about the point of lower APM. This is actually really hard for me to do, guys. Now that I've done it for a few different bits, it's easier. But it's in my nature after tens and hundreds of thousands. No, okay, not hundreds of thousands of games. I have not played hundreds of thousands of games. But tens of thousands of games, like, I have a way I play, and this is not necessarily it. But it's born out of this. The idea is to always be as efficient as possible. I've made mistakes of, like, spamming APM and stuff in the past. And most of the point of my stream and my guides and all that, not all the time, depending on what we're doing, obviously, but, like, is so you don't have to go through those struggles as dramatically as I do. You can lean on. Essentially, I'm getting paid for my 8 years of experience, so that way you don't have to take 8 years.
Need more energy.
So we had a tank, which there's a lot to think about with tanks. Like, roaches aren't great, but it's a numbers game. The entire game is a numbers game. When you have more shit counters less shit when you're shit. And he made a Viking. Okay, that's very important. He's not tank pushing right now. So this is a classic, like, I think I just put out, like, a guide on almost exactly what I'm doing right now. Which is gonna be a fuck ton of roaches. And that's it. Simply because he's just not doing an efficient build, and I am.
Forces are under attack.
I recognize if you have a tank and a Viking early, those don't combine into a reasonable attacking force that I need to worry about.
We require more minerals.
I'm gonna have one ling in the front, one ling a little further back, so I don't miss if he moves out. He did go Liberator, so that is a bit annoying. Move those drones away.
You need more minerals.
In my day, you're engaging the opponent.
No. Go away. Go away, Viking. Oh, he listened. That was real kind of him. He went away.
Mutation complete. So creative.
Evolution complete.
I have 55 drones, 55, 56. Now, this is because he hasn't really taken a third yet. If he was taking a third, I would probably either try to attack or be building more drones.
Mutation complete. You're under attack. Siege up.
Not enough minerals.
But right now, it looks like he is... Oh, interesting. Yeah, get that Zergling. Get it. And also, Overseer, don't be dead.
Back home.
We must spawn more overlords.
I'm getting enough overlords to max out here. Inject, inject, inject. Does we have this space?
A creep tumor's under attack.
Okay. So, when it comes to tank pushes, you never attack from just one angle. I'm gonna bring roaches all the way around the back. The biggest mistake you can make is attacking from it's uncomfortable. Like, this is scary. I know, it is. Right? Like, he has a lot of tanks, but what are they actually threatening right now? What are they hitting? They're not. So, we're gonna fully surround and then attack. A couple sides got a little ahead of themselves. But... now we're gonna go to the other side of the map. My reinforcing roaches should be able to handle this. I don't know about the Viking. The Viking, they seem to struggle with. So, I have nothing to hit the Viking. Which is, not great. There are some corrosive biles. We're gonna kind of have to eat that for a couple seconds, and then that should be enough.
Our drones are under attack.
Really? The Viking being the most effective part of the Terran army?
Your
of
forces
course.
are taking damage. That mineral. We must spawn more. Our drones are under attack. A new GG!
I think I might have gone off. I microed a little hard. You see, like I mentioned, 120 is a little bit is a little bit more realistic for Zerg just because of the base. Like the housekeeping, essentially. Between injects and creep and overlords, but not significant. That's an extra 20 is what it ends up being. But he started there, moved up to Diamond 1. Those 2 black marks. Zergs. Yeah, like the idea is all races are equal but different. And in this case, yeah, Dark Cloud TV wins the overage fee. And then we're gonna answer a few questions. I'm gonna take a few questions, try to go in depth. And once again, we're talking at that because this is more for like you've watched the early guides. If you haven't played like 300 games yet, you're not gonna get much out of this. Like, well, I mean, you'll get something out of it for sure. But I feel like 200 or 300 games is kind of the baseline required, just to really have any ability to really look at yourself and be like, what am I doing wrong? You just gotta play the game. Maybe you can get in the right mindset, but you're not gonna be able to apply what you've learned until you put that kind of time in. And 300 games, like,
Good.
is
now I have your attention.
a couple weeks, maybe, of playing pretty regular, like a month of playing not so regular. I know I get a lot of people tell me like it's I'm definitely getting a lot of benefit from it, and I'm only playing for a week. But I do think you got to have that baseline knowledge. You got to have that. You got to have the hands-on experience. Now, some people, not all people work like that, but I work like that. I can know what the best things to do are, but I'm not going to be able to do it until I try it enough. So, thank you. Oh, how you doing, Loco? Speaking of less than 100 APM, we got Loco in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. He hits the Selecto Army hotkey at least 100 times a minute. There's no way it's under that. It's just not possible. But if you guys have, what is the timing to max out supply on the 3 races? Now that's a big question. I have those like easy max out guides and all that. But I think a good time to aim for at like Diamond would be around 11 minutes as Terran and Protoss and 9 minutes as Zerg. I think a better target to aim for would be like 150 supply, because maxing out, there's a lot of things that can start happening around that stage of the like mid to late game. But 150 supply by about 9.5 to 10 minutes as Terran and Protoss, and 8 minutes as Zerg is really solid. As long as you're building the right units. Like 150 supply of Stalkers is not going to get you as far as 150 supply of Immortal Archon. Believe it or not. 150 supply of like Cyclone Hellbat won't get you as far as Marine Tank. But there's a local offline tourney happening in a month near me. Do you have any tips on how to prep on mid-diamond Zerg? Well, I mean, you're not going to overcome a higher level player. But what I found playing at LANs, like if you play at home, you might notice after pro games, pro gamers like reach down and like, what are they doing? A lot of them play at home with their shoes off. So they get in the booth playing in WCS finals or whatever with their shoes off because they're trying to recreate the practice environment. Like it's that important. Like if you play at home with your either that or start playing with your shoes on at home, right? Like I don't But it's actually part of the offline, and here's what's gonna happen. Everybody who's played at offline events, and I've talked with dozens, if not hundreds, of like GM pro and semi-pro players, like, it's super easy to get more tilted than usual. You're a diamond, so you get tilted every other game, so that's bad. But, like, if you're in a LAN tournament, it's super easy for one thing to go wrong. Like, oh, he blocked my hatch. Fuck it, I'm Ling all-inning. Like, it's really easy to fall prey to that, because you're not in your, like, normal environment. The boring... Yeah, from Loco, for the benefit of YouTube, of course. The boring answer on how to improve an SC2 is to play a lot of games. 10 to 20 games a day for a few months is going to help you improve immensely. Loco, can't you tell me why can't I just watch a 5-minute video with all the tips I need without actually having to search for that video? Can I get a 5-minute video that is hand-fed to me by the YouTube algorithm that I can watch and instantly be better at StarCraft 2? You're really slacking lately, I noticed. Gotta get on top of that. What do you think the point is where APM actually starts to matter? Like I said, like part of the reason I'm doing this, I want to go on a BlizzCon date next week. Well, I thought we already were. We're going on a new one. We got to schedule the meetup. We should do that before the event so people know and aren't trying to scramble for it. I've already had people asking, so I'll get in touch. But I look forward to it. You flying out on Monday? I am, but I am on the correct side of the world. As I was saying, the APM that matters, like, part of the reason I'm doing, I think right around Masters 2 is when macro stops getting you, like, I think with really good macro, you can get to Masters 2 with, like, a 75% win rate. I could get to Masters 2 doing almost exactly the same build. And every time I say, like, I could, it's like, do it. It's like, okay, we're going to beat up on more Masters 3s, right? They're going to be complaining. Winter the GM, as apparently he is sometimes. But around 100 is what you need to be efficient. I think up to 150 you could easily be efficient. But I think most players who aren't Masters 2 or above that have over 150 APM are being inefficient. But that doesn't necessarily mean, like, they're not improving. It's just some players have different tendencies. Like, some players will right-click a lot on certain things, and that'll add, like... It's not hard and fast. It's the idea. Like, for example, a 350 APM player with 3 screens per minute. We talked about screens per minute. Cyril has 50 screens per minute. That means he moves the screen 50 times a minute. It's dizzying. It's almost impossible to keep up, but 50 times a minute. But if you're jamming on the select all army hotkey 100 times every few seconds, like every 30 seconds, and just right-clicking, A-clicking, it's like, oh, there's a tank! Get the tank! Get all the Marines! Get the tank! And you click on it 20 times, that's 20 actions per minute, and 20 dead Marines per second. Like, and I feel like I don't do that. Are you sure? Like, I don't know. But, around 100, like 100 to 150, I think is where efficiency for most players maxes out. Like, I think when I'm playing at my best, I'm usually between like 250 and 300 as Zerg, and 200 and 250 as Protoss and Terran. Raw APM, I think that's more like 150 and like 130 efficient actions per minute. Which is still like 2 useful actions a second, but Cyril's at like 450 and he has like 250 effective actions per minute. It's ridiculous. For an angry coach, yes, but we'll take like 2 more decent questions. Let's talk more ladder play. You could literally go to any other stream. Well, not any other, just the good streams for that. What do you think of the 2-1-1 in TVZ? I don't care about that question right now. Where do I submit replays? Oh, I'm subscribed. I get the replay pack. Don't worry. How do you get over ladder anxiety? I guess we'll just do this. We'll answer this question every time. Every time. We'll just do this every one. But all right. Wait, I didn't have something queued up for this. I'm usually more prepared than this. We'll be generic about it. It's not that scary to ladder in StarCraft 2. It gets easier every time. But a lot of people have ladder anxiety for many reasons. I think the big ones, because I actually have more ladder anxiety today than I've ever had in the past, because more and more of the time I'm trying to be a streamer and like content and all that. So that puts pressure. Like, you want to do that and ladder. But when I was just laddering, I didn't have that issue, so I had to learn. That's my humble brag preface. But what I've noticed is people, like, it's the fear of losing is one. Like, the fear of losing, like, even if you don't call it that, the fear of, well, oh, I really want to win this game. This game specifically, I want to win. And just the general stress as well. Like, oh, even if I win this game, like, does it really matter in the long run? Like, I'm nowhere close. Like, I'm Silver League. What's the point? Like, I think the easiest way to get over ladder anxiety, and if you have those feelings, there's no, like, quick switch. But winning is no longer about getting a victory in StarCraft. It's about improving. And you have to have metrics to improve, which are something that aren't easily provided to you. And that's why by the way, that's why APM is what people latch on to. It's because one of the easiest metrics is, like, how fast did I play? I had 40 APM that game, but I had 45 this game. I'm faster. And that's a false impression. But things like, I produced 50 workers by 8 minutes. That's a good general baseline. I was able to get 150 supply by 12 minutes. If you've never done that before, you just did that for the first time. You won a game. You won 2 games. You won 3 games. When was the last time you maxed out? About 12 minutes. You did that for the first time. And then you did it by 11:30. You got 2 upgrades by 12 minutes. All things like that. SC2ReplayStats.com has a basic training center that can help you. And you have to pick out these things. Like, for example, maybe if you're supply blocked over 10% of the time in a game that's over like 3 minutes, because if it's over or under within 3 minutes, whatever, you got cheesed, brush it off. It's fine. That game was 1/5 of the game you're about to play. It's nothing. But if you're supply blocked for over 10% of 10 minutes, over 10% of the game, over 5 minutes rather, then you do 10 push-ups. If you aren't, you say, okay, I can watch one of Winter's YouTube videos for a quick break. I don't know. But you're improving. If you do that, and you aren't consistently doing that, but you're able to do that now, that's you improving. It's not about winning or losing this game, or the next game, or 100 games down the line, 1,000 games down the line. If you're truly focused on improving, it's got to be one step at a time, because you don't climb the ladder without climbing the steps. One step at a time. Make it about improving instead of winning or losing. Okay, staircase. Ladders have rungs. You know, you got the idea. It was close. It was close. I don't have it. When those things start, I don't have an idea when they will end. You just keep going and see when there's an ending. Just like the ladder, you don't know where you're gonna get. It's a step ladder. It's a step ladder. Okay? Did you think you were gonna get this good at StarCraft when you were grinding? I thought I was gonna be better. But that was... Yeah. Well, that's gonna conclude the less than 100 APM this segment. We're gonna go 43. Honestly, we're only like 300. Maybe the next one will just be from here to Masters. Yeah, about 300 more, a little more. Just go all the way. Or maybe I just fail horribly. Well, it'll all be on YouTube. But, do we have that angry coach? Do we have that replay? Come on, I need my next segment. Okay, well, oh shit, we gotta run some ads. Okay, this is a good segue. We're gonna run some ads real quick.
Yes, yes, yes.
We got that.
As I deserve.
We
I
got
give
that.
up on waiting. I'm sending you my money. I think I did pretty good here. You said it makes you want to roast PPL harder. Wanna see how far my gameplay is from Diamond as of right now?
That's a fucking plat Zerg right there. Anyways, real quick, if you guys could turn ad block off, that'd be awesome. Just a quick ad, and then we'll go into that. Did you not hear enough about SC2ReplayStats.com? Well, guess what? SC2ReplayStats.com, it exists, and you should check it out. I'm just gonna keep talking about it. You might be like, well, I really, like, I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy. I'll play 9 games a day, complain that I don't know what I'm doing wrong, why I can't get to platinum, or get to gold, but I won't go through the 4 minutes of effort to have something at least pretend to tell me how to get good. Okay? So, SC2ReplayStats.com. If playing Starcraft sometimes makes you feel like this, or it makes you feel like this, or even it feels like you're this, no. SC2ReplayStats.com and feel like this. So, that he used SC2ReplayStats.com. I have on good authority. And so check it out. And while I've got you here, Twitch Prime. Call today, and you can use your Twitch Prime for a prime time sub and have the time of your life while you're in your prime. And subscribe, so I get more money.
Good.